boys and girls. I'm Miss Mudpie Manners. It's been a long time since I've seen you, and I missed you so much. Well, I think I hear Ms Etty. Do you remember Ms Etty? She's my assistant. Yes, here she comes. Miss Etty, how are you? Would you like to say hi to the boys and girls? Yes, it's so good to see you. Well, Miss Etty, I know you have some manners at the end of our show. Yes, you do. But right now, I'm going to put you down, okay? Put you down, and then I'll get you back up when we do the manners. Is that okay with you? Okay. All right. So, boys and girls, the first thing is I'm going to be talking to you about seeds and plants. And then at the end of all of our sessions, we're going to have a little garden party. And then we're going to be making all kinds of things to go with our garden party. But today, I'm going to be reading a story called Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt by Kate Messenger. And you can read this book also. You can get it out of the library. Well, here's the book. It's called Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt. And you can see the dirt, can't you? Yes, lots of dirt. Up in the garden, I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds and my head full of dreams. You can see that the grandmother, I think it's the grandmother, and the little girl are looking at the dirt. And do you think they're going to plant a garden? Let's see what they're going to do. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants, and mud sucks at my rain boots. But do you know what? It's not quite time, Nana says, down in the dirt. Things seem to be dry and they have to be warmed up. What's down there, I wonder? What's down in the dirt? Let's see what's down in the dirt. Down in the dirt is a whole busy world of earthworms and insects digging and building and stirring up soil. They're already working down in the dirt. Look at them working down in the dirt. You see the snail and the caterpillar and the slug? They're all working hard down in the dirt. Up in the garden, we snap brittle scoops, rushy armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they squabble and scrunch, we spread compost over the soil. Do you know what compost is? It's a mixture of all kinds of vegetables that maybe you throw away and you put together, and then you can make some soil out of it. Down in the dirt, pill bugs chew through this year's leaves. I give a gentle poke. They roll up tight and hide in plated suits of armor, roly-poly round. I used to play with roly-polies. Did you play with roly-polies? Yes, they're little teeny bugs, and they make themselves round, and then they roll around the ground. Oh, they're so much fun to catch. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my finger and sprinkle seeds in a careful little row. Give them a drink, Nana says. We pat them down to snuggle in the dark. Down in the dirt, a tomato hornworm rests, warming his wings and the leaves where they'll lay her eggs. Look at that. Do you see that? They're going to be planting their plants. And there are lots of insects, aren't there? Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout. Pea blossoms bloom. Wasps are on the prowl. And honeybees visit. legs loaded with pollen. Look at those bees. They have pollen on the end of their legs, which is like a dust, and it falls down and it becomes a new plant. I weed and wilt in sun so strong, even Nana looks for shade. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp, dark. Yes. Let's see what happens next. Up in the garden, rain shower. Nana turns the hose on me. Eee! They were watering the garden and Nana decided to play a little joke on her, right? And she turned the hose on her. That sounds like a fun thing to do. I hide behind the cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shiver and laugh, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep. Roots drink it in, and a long-legged spider walks over the streams. Do you see those cucumber leaves? I bet you they're going to become cucumbers. Oh, I love cucumbers. Do you know you can make pickles out of cucumbers? No. Up in the garden, there's so much to eat. Ladybugs feast on aphids. Nana crunches green beans. I bite in ripe tomatoes, warm from the sun. Juice dribbles down my chin. Because tomatoes are so juicy, aren't they? Have you had a tomato? Yes, they're yummy. I love tomatoes. Down in the dirt, a robin's beak finds a cricket, a beetle and a grub, slugs and scrumptious too. Look at that. The robin is looking at those bugs, isn't he? He's saying, yummy. That's going to be my meal. Down in the dirt, skunks work the night shift. They snuffle and dig and gobble cutworms while I sleep. So while you're sleeping, skunks come out at night. And other kinds of animals come out at night, don't they? Up in the garden, a praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. Nana sprays away the aphids, and I'm after grasshoppers, ready to swoosh. Look at her. She's trying to find a grasshopper, isn't she? Oh, grasshoppers are fun, aren't they? I like grasshoppers. Snap! Someone else is faster. Down in the dirt, a smooth, shining garter snake crunches on supper. Oh dear, he's going to get that grasshopper. Oh, I don't want him to get the grasshopper, do you? No. Up in the garden, colored leaves litter the squash vines, and we know the cold is coming. Hurry, hurry, and harvest. There's enough for the neighbors to do. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather their leaves behind, and they're storing their food for cooler days ahead because they know that it's going to be cold ahead. So they're storing their food, and people are harvesting, which means they're gathering their food up. They don't want anything to happen to their vegetables. Up in the garden, frost draws lace on leftover leaves where secret egg sacs hang, waiting for the warm to return. We say goodbye and spread the winter blankets because now it is no longer fall, it is now winter. So watch what happens. When Grandpa calls us in for soup and autumn moon is rising, up in the garden dry corn stalks tremble and the wind smells like winter. Oh, it's getting to be winter. But the long ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and the bumblebees and the earthworms and the ants are hunkered down, hiding hiding because it is almost time for winter. They're dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts. Under the bare arms of trees and the blanketing snow, a whole new garden sleeps down in the dirt. So even under the snow, there's still things under the dirt, right? Well, boys and girls, that was a good story, wasn't it? Well, I have some things I want to talk to you about seeds and plants, because you saw a lot of seeds and plants, didn't you? Well, do you know that a seed is the beginning of a new plant? And I'm going to show you right here. It all starts with a seed, and we're going to use the book called Seed to Apple. Do you know I got this at the library? Yes, I did. And so the seed comes, and you put it under the ground, and then it starts growing. So here's your seed, and then it has a root. The root starts digging down in the dirt, and then it becomes a stem, and then a leaf. Yes. And then, if you look at the seed and you open it up, look what you'll find. You'll find a little baby plant inside that seed. You can try it. You can get a little seed and try and do that, because that's the way the seed is going to start growing. That's really the leaf right here. Yes. And it starts growing. It starts with the root first, and then it goes to the stem, and then the leaves. And sometimes it flowers. Well, boys and girls, we had a good time reading that book, didn't we? And now, I hear Ms Etty. I think she wants to tell us a manner. I'm going to bring her up. Ms Etty, can you call her for me? Ms Etty, Ms Etty. Oh, I know you have a manner. Yes, you do. And the manner is, okay. It's remember to listen politely to the stories I will read, and then you will surely succeed. Oh, I love that. Because if you listen to stories or you read books, then you're going to succeed, aren't you? Which means you're going to be a success. Yes. And you wash your hands throughout the day. Stay sanitized when you go out to play. Don't forget to do those things, boys and girls. Well, in our next video, we are going to be making I think we're going to talk to your parents, and we're going to be making a mural. And we're going to need some paint, and we're going to need a long piece of brown paper. But I'll talk to your adult about that. So Ms Etty wants to come out and say goodbye. Ms Etty, can you say goodbye to the boys and girls? Okay, say goodbye. Yes, yes. All right, boys and girls, we'll see you next time, okay? All right, bye. I'm Miss Mud Pie Manners, and I love you. Bye.